you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Working that left side. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Looking downfield on first down. Moving away from pressure. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. Those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Man, I'll tell you, this quarterback has got things you simply cannot coach. How about that situation? Third, it's a passing situation. The defense knows that they do a great job in coverage, but this guy just has tools. He's got physical attributes and speed and elusiveness, things you can't coach, that allows him to go pick up the first down and keep the offense on the field.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Quickly complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Gets it out quickly. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Canes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. From the gun, they'll try the middle. At the 40, there he goes.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
Looking downfield is Cobb. He wants to go deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Notre Dame right back to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
The give out of the gun. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the 1st down, and stay on the field.
Looking to throw, it's Cobb. Flips it out to the back. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. From the gun, running back gets the give. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Entertaining 1st quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch. They'll make the stop about 3 yards yards short of the first down. And the Canes decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. The RPO, it's complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. On the run, deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations, because guess what? I don't have to fire off and play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The Hurricanes send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. There he goes. Open it up. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Here come the Irish back on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
The throw. He's got it and still on his feet. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He wants to change this route. He'll start this drive going to the air. A strike downfield. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in their zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Wants to throw. It's Cobb. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The chains now on 2nd and long. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not that much.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you've got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Hoping to move the chains. Here comes Notre Dame on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. This offense has it with really good field position. He'll start this drive firing. Throws toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still fourth down. And, of course, they're in field goal range.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Hurricanes will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Might be looking to run. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. And he's going to bring this one out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Off the RPO, complete. Got room at the 35. Off to the races to the right. Past the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Second down, he'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop.
It just must be so nice to be such a good athlete and to realize fourth down, I want to pass the football, nobody open, I got this. I can take off, I trust myself, and he gets the first down. And these are the ones that just frustrate, annoy defenses by fourth down on your own side of the field, and he just took matters into his own hands.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Mooney. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Gonna look downfield again. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it for a big play. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, sniffing the goal line. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
This offense simply has to pay this off on 3rd and goal. They desperately need a touchdown. They'll try to pass their way in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollack.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Into the end zone. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Here come the Irish back on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. DB's right up on the receivers. Back to throw, it's Cobb. He wants to take the top off. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, I like the aggressive nature by the quarterback there. He's trying to take a shot down the field. Just a better play by the defense forcing the incompletion.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Now the play fake. Quarterback now breaking the field. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going for it all. And he's got it inside the 35. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
Here's the handoff.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's a fumble on the play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around, he's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering it? Great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Leaves it with the back. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Quarterback making checks. To the air. It's Mooney. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Looking to fire. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Complete to the left. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Leaves it with the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll try to get it through the air. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. The offense changing the play. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Looking deep. And it's picked off at the goal line. Takes it the other way. Returns it down to the 35-yard line as they cash in on the opportunity to force a turnover.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Dropping back, it's Cobb. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. Snaps it in the shotgun. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
Going to swing it on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete. Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
He unleashes a long one. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Pulls it in down the sideline. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
To the air, it's Cobb. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down?
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the 1st down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarter.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Love the job by the defense there. They weren't fooled. 2nd and short. They thought pass was a possibility. They got to the QB. Let's see if they can do it again here on 3rd.
Quick release by the QB. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try the run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Mooney. Lets it fly. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Extending the play. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. They're working that left side. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
From the gun, the running back has it. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. The 20. Touchdown Irish. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 9 to Maryland. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback may change this route. Scanning the field, it's Mooney. Got his man. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. Steps away to find some room. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Got his man down the middle. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Bunch formation for these receivers.
That's a first down for the offense. Okay, ready.
Back to pass, it's Cobb. Buying some time. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking left. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
On third down, he'll have to push it downfield. On target to the left. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Unleashes one deep. Wideout trying to get it in. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. One more play to pad the stats. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game.